Well, all of Bangladesh's prayers have been answered. A 139-run partnership has ensured that Bangladesh's batting woes will be perhaps put aside for a while. Dinesh Karthik joins me on AMD Presents Cricbuzz Comm Box. Who expected this batting performance?
I expected it only because Lahore was a flat deck. As we spoke about in the pre-show, you can see how a middle order batsman in many ways getting his opportunity to open has made the most of it, and Shanto, we are expecting him to score runs because the kind of form he's shown throughout this year tells us that he is a man who is obviously big in terms of the hopes that Bangladesh have for the near future.
Mehdi Hasan Miraz raised an eyebrow or two when he did what he did against India last year, but for a lower order batter to come out to open, I was a bit surprised. How surprised were you? And what does it take psychologically to bring on that switch from being a lower order to an opener?
For a start, I was very surprised, but credit to Chandika Hatrusinghe for making that move. He has batted up the order at 3 or 4 when the conditions have been tough. They look at him as somebody who can help with some rear guard action. But to give the opportunity to open, but most importantly, Mehdi Hasan Miraz has grabbed it with both hands. He has made a statement here saying, you know what, if needed, I can do it. Let's be very sure. If Tamim Iqbal and Liton Das are back, they are going to open. But they always don't need to pick a third opener. But here we have Mehdi Hasan, who's doing a very, very decent job. So there's a genuine all-rounder in him who seems to tick a few boxes that Bangladesh would love to have. When a lot of other countries are looking for all-rounders, they seem to have a knack of, getting a few good all-rounders. We have Shakib Al Hasan over a period of time. Obviously, his time is coming to an end, but Mehdi Hasan Miraz doing what he's doing will give a lot of confidence to Bangladesh. Now, Mehdi Hasan Miraz, what I've liked about his batting so far, yes, it's not been hard to play fast bowling, and it is much easier to open in Asian conditions than it would be in Australia or South Africa or the SENA countries as we would call it. But the mindset of the man is what I've liked. I think he's gone ahead and said, here's my opportunity. He hasn't done any fancy. He hasn't looked to be a pinch hitter. He has just played it by the ear and made sure that he looks the part, and it's been really good to watch him bat for so long. Now he has a chance where he would generally come in. He's batting already on 82. How much is he going to make? That's the big question.
74 is Shanto's score as well. Now, of the 202 they scored in the first 35, 100 came of 4s and 6s. This goes to show that these two largely have been prepared to grind it out. They've been open to the idea of taking 1s and 2s.
Most definitely, and you can see all of them limping and jumping with all the cramps and issues they have. One has a hamstring issue, the other just was struggling with cramps. So you can see that the weather is hot right now in Pakistan. Lahore sometimes can be really hot in Gaddafi Stadium. So you can say that they've fought well till now, but in many ways this is going to hamper them moving forward in their innings, because if you're not able to run, you'll be dependent on hitting a lot of boundaries, and that could put pressure on yourself because he isn't willing to run the quick singles. Rather, both batsmen are really finding it hard to run the quick 2s and singles, so they look for a lot more boundaries, and they get going. It's good for Bangladesh, but then they have a good middle order to back it up as well.
Shakib Al Hasan yet to come, so Bangladesh will fancy their chances of going way past 300 in the remaining 15. Now we've got to talk about the Afghanistan bowling. Fazal Haq Farooqi, DK, bowling at 125, 130 on a Pata wicket, no help whatsoever. Karim Janat not much there either. It looked like a very comfortable opening performance as well from the top two, Naeem and his partner Miraz.
Absolutely. They've done really well so far. Yes, there wasn't any venom or potent, so to say, in Fazal Farooqi, or for the matter, other two medium pacers, Gulabdin and Karim Jannat. But what is important is how well they're able to back it up at the death. You got to understand there's a flat pitch, and we're going to see Afghanistan come all guns blazing. They've been in good form when it comes to batting, so they also will pile on the runs. So Bangladesh needs to get a little above par. We're talking about 320, 330, which they have set themselves up right now. It is possible with Shakib, Mushfiqur and Afif Hussain to come. They do have the caliber and skill to push them to a good total. And the Afghanistan bowlers must be thinking, if they can keep them under 300, they would have done their job as a good bowling unit.
Mehdi Hasan Miraz has just hit a 6, and so looks like they're in the mood to change gears, and maybe they're aiming at 350. Will they, won't they? We'll find out. Thanks for joining us on AMD Presents Cricbuzz Comm Box. Make sure you join us at the halfway mark on Cricbuzz Live.